Hi, Science 9 students. So I'm being asked about the nitrogen and phosphorus cycle experiment. So I'm going to go through all the results. What you should be looking for is you should be looking for any kind of colors here. There's two possibilities, right? One is that the water, when you started the experiment, had a certain color, and another is that it's gained a color over time. You can get partly that by looking at the original results, like the screen, maybe a screenshot from when I did the experiment a couple weeks ago now. And of course, by the way, you can also be doing a comparison with the control, right? The purpose of a control is to know what happens if you don't do anything. What happens if you just let the water sit in the beaker without adding any nitrogen or any phosphorus? That's what a control does. And so it lets us know what is the effect of adding nitrogen, what is the effect of adding phosphorus, what's the effect of combining the two of them in one beaker. Remember, these are at really, really low concentrations, about 1 milligram per liter, or 1/1000th of a gram per liter. This is a very small amount. Think about it as, I guess another way of thinking about it is 1 gram in 1,000 liters. 1,000 liters is, I don't know, about the volume of 2 deep chest freezers. It's a lot of water to have just the 1 gram of the nutrients in it. A little bit, maybe, can go a long way when it comes to effects of nitrogen and effects of phosphorus in a water body. Let's have a look at what happened. So I'm going to hold these up with a white paper in the background. So this is, first of all, the control tap water. Okay, tap water, didn't do anything with it. Now the tap water with the nitrogen. Okay, that's your cross. And I'll just tell you without showing you that it's clear at the bottom as well. There's nothing at the bottom of the beaker. This is the phosphorus in tap water. Remember, this water came right out of the faucet. In Smithers, we don't treat our tap water, but it's groundwater that we can assume came out of the ground, lifeless. You shouldn't expect any living things in this tap water. So this is the tap water with nitrogen and phosphorus, and there's no color at the bottom. Now we're going to look at the ditch water. Start with the control, ditch water. You're looking for colors, you're looking for greenness here. So we do a bit of a color comparison. Maybe you could even go back to the control of the other. Let's look at this one from above as well. Okay. You can't see it, but there's little bits of floating stuff on the surface of this water, and I certainly can see a bit of a slight tinge to it. That's the control. Now I'm going to show you the ditch water with nitrogen. So here it is from the side. All right. From above. Next is going to be ditch water with phosphorus. Remember, phosphorus is a really important nutrient for plant growth because it helps the plants make DNA. You can't have your cells copy themselves if they don't have DNA. They can't make the DNA. So looking for color, look, you can go back and pause your screens and record any little picky details you happen to see. Next will be, so that's, forgot, ditch water with nitrogen and phosphorus from the side. Here's what we're looking at from the side. Now let's look at it from the top. All right. Okay. So now we're starting to see something. When we added both nitrogen and phosphorus, you can see those results, and I'll leave it up to you to describe in your own words what you think you see. What's the color? What's the texture? Where are these results coming down? Now this is the stream water. This is the control stream water. So we just let this stream water sit. No nutrients have been added. So from the side, that's what it looks like from the side. Look for any kind of like color differences relative to the tap water. And then from above, okay, I can see some little bits of stuff at the bottom, but is there a color difference? Well, in comparison with the tap water, that's an open question for you. Now the stream water with nitrogen. Here it is from the side. All right, now let's look from the top. All right, and from the side as well. You might be able to see something going on there. That was stream water with nitrogen. Stream water with phosphorus is next. Looked at from the side and looked at from above. There we go. All right. So again, I don't know how well it showed up in the chute there, but little specks at the bottom. But are you seeing any green? I don't know about that. Lastly is stream water with nitrogen and phosphorus. From the side, here, and then what's really telling is we're going to look at that from the top. All right. Those are the results for the lab that I need you to fill in. I'm going to look to see, because obviously we have some algae growing here. It worked. I'm going to look to see if I can get any of these things to show up under a microscope. And if I can, I'm going to add to this video. If I can't, just use these here as your results, and notice that with the lab, there's some questions to write up. Topic here, eutrophication, E-U-T-R-O-P-H-I-C-A-T-I-O-N, eutrophication. Look it up. Watch my nitrogen and phosphorus YouTube video for the start to this lab. Hope you enjoy. Hi again, Science 9. So what I've got going here is a setup where I took some of those colonies, what looked like colonies of green things from the nitrogen phosphorus treatment that was in the ditch water. You might have noticed there were those green spots at the bottom. And I took some and I put them under a microscope slide. And here they're being magnified at 100 times. And I'm able with my phone to get a pretty decent look at them here. So let's go. All right, there they are. So they're looking kind of like more or less off green kind of a color, and kind of like an army green, I guess. And the one that you were seeing there on the left had kind of like little speckles, like little tiny bumps on it that were a deeper green color. Hope this helps. I mean, obviously, I don't know exactly what we're seeing. I think that they might either be algae. Well, I think they're algae, and it's a question of whether they're bacterial algae or algae that are actually higher plants. But you don't need to worry about that. We added nitrogen, phosphorus, and plants grew in the water.